Hi guys, how y'all doing tonight? What is up? I'm back with another video, and we're going to be explaining a couple of new things. So first off, November's glitch update. First things first, before, in the days of old, where the game was already broken, really broken, and if anything, it's less broken than it is now because they kind of add more problems and no solutions. So, in the days of old where there was still a shit ton of problems, but less problems, the daily challenges were better than ever, and not this shit. Before, the original issue is that they kept, before, you did a daily challenge, it would automatically replace, it wouldn't do this blue line bullshit, right? Also, they didn't have these glitch challenges that they keep forcing down your throat that clearly don't work. There's no objective-based game mode in Warzone, and this only pops up in Warzone. There's no flash grenades that you can use, because flash grenades, whether you kill them with it, flash them with it, hurt them with it, whatever the thing, last thing to hurt them, first thing to hurt them, no matter what combos, because that's what this game is, you would think of possible combinations. Nope, this game does what it wants to, whenever it wants to. It could be half of what the rules are, all what the rules are, opposite of what the rules are, knowing what the rules are. It has a mind of its own, so yeah, that's kind of fucked. Since the most recent update, what you're going to be expecting is that, at least originally, that's what the deal was. Now, it's like, you would have to, you'd wait until all these become blue, and the only way to get rid of them is like play 5 games in a row, and maybe really rarely that might work, but more like you would have to turn off your PlayStation or reset it, right? That means at least you can still work on each challenge until they're all blue, meaning they're glitched out. But unfortunately, that's not the case. If you want to switch challenge, or let's say you haven't finished a challenge, blue or not blue, or otherwise, you're stuck. You put on a challenge, you're stuck with that challenge. You have no option. So earlier today, and well, actually, I confirmed it earlier today, but throughout the week I figured something was up when I was like, I switched the challenge. Why is it still giving me this weird glitched-ass challenge? And I'm like, alright, proving that it's not just a theory, and it's not just like, oh, thought it might be this, that, and the other. Nope, it's the real deal. So, daily challenges are the worst they've ever been. Whether you've completed them or not, you cannot switch between them. At least before, you couldn't switch the blue lined ones that you've completed. Now you can't switch any of them. They're full-on glitched. You literally have to reset your app every single time you want a new challenge or want to switch your challenges, which is really fucked up, but that's the way it is. So daily challenges being super glitched. Version, I guess, 0.5, because they fucked it up so many different times. So, yeah, it's just ridiculous. That's number one. Number two, get on over here. The progression challenges for this. So, besides progression, which I'm about to get into, I think I addressed this briefly in the last video, but they've taken away, this is stolen, right? Stolen. They've taken it away. Now, originally, at the very beginning of this update, there was no star icon. It was just glitched Prestige 1 icon, right? They gave us back our ribbon with the different season star prestige ribbons, right? But they still have all glitched Prestige 1. And even if you click this, right? Watch this. Prestige 1, Prestige 1 through 5, Prestige 1 through 5, Prestige 1 through 5. So it's just the same thing all the way over. Even if you click this one, which says it's different, oh look, Prestige 1 through 5. So it's really just, Activision being lazy ass pieces of shit that they are. Now, little brother Raven Sauce, I mean, their work ethic has gone from 20%, where, at least they, they're still lazy, just like Activision, Active Fraud, I should say. But at least they work, 20% of the time. Activision is 0.000000001%, and it kind of like oversees from their window view office and letting all Ravensoft do the quote-unquote work, right? So what Ravensoft and Activision have been doing is they've been doing quiet updates, right? Like quiet fix patches, quote-unquote. They won't respond that we won't admit that we've made a fault. We'll just fix it and pretend like it was already, never an issue to begin with. They're under such heat for being, pedophiles, child molesters, and rapists and all that, that they'd like to not respond and admit any faults. They just want to be never admitting that they are fault of anything because they're already in hot fire. So yeah, that kind of sucks. And then so there's that. They went out of the way to purposely fuck up the thing. It's like, oh well, look, you're unlocking all these new prestige icons. Nope, big old fuck you, like they did the recent players list from the get-go, which they still haven't fixed. They did do an update where you can activate, actually, more likely Ravensoft an update, where you can actually interact with this, and instead of them calling regiments, they're calling them groups. So, and even though they're calling it groups, it's really a clan. It's so weird. Like, this used to be just regiments, and they would call it regiments on here, and where it says Brothers United. But now it's groups, even though when you saw this for the first time, it says clan. So which one is it? Is it groups, or is it clan? Because look, it's group, and then if I go to L2, it says switch group. Oh look, group. But no clan. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Also, I'm gonna test this theory while we're here right now. Okay, so you see all this? I'm actually gonna test this right now. These are all the groups I'm in. You get a nice screenshot. I got a group invitation, a boob. I accepted it. Now let's see what happens. If I might miss it, I'll take a screenshot later. But I'm not seeing boob. Normally what would happen, because before, it would just switch it out and I would see the clan I joined. But then, one of the other ones that I was in, because I didn't memorize all the other ones I was in, because they're kind of like just like lazy clans that are not really anything. They're just fake clans that, kind of like pseudo clans. No one actually takes care of them. Super inactive, They just try to make themselves sound cool, like fake face clans, stuff like that. So yeah, so I didn't join Boob this time. They kind of flip-flopped. Before I would join it, it would replace one of the other ones. I wouldn't know which one I lost out on, which kind of sucks. Now they're trying to do the opposite. Now, you get an invite, you accept it, which it should just say you're in max clans available, and they shouldn't, I think that group invitations should be allowed, but it, you should still see group invitations, clan, and they should change it from group. It should be clans, clan invitations, and then clans, because there's not groups. This isn't a group, right? It's not a, at that point you might as well say parties, party invitations, group invite, group invitations, managed group, quick invite. They don't even say, they say party, but if they're going to call it group and group invite, they should say party and party invite, not quick invite, not Activision invitations. Like, the fuck, So it's really dumb. So yeah, that's kind of gay as fuck. This current Operators Challenge is the biggest pain in the ass. Now, previous challenges, what you could do is just use your recon, scan the person quickly enough, and then kill them. I've tried it, it does not work. It really fucking doesn't work. Really gay, makes no sense, but, whatever. Also, if you're in the middle of a challenge prior to the update, they reset you back to 0. So, if you're 15 out of 25, 24 out of 25, they're setting you back to 0. They took away your progress. That's what they did with my operator challenges and my daily challenges and just all the other challenges. Except for the progression. They did not reset that. Thank God. It's because this is a pain in the ass. Also, huge update. This is really huge. 2 for 2 is glitched as fuck. It does not work. Now, you would think, okay, what's one-shot kills? Anything that would one-shot kill somebody, right? Alright, well, it has to have enough damage to one-shot kill them, and you have to hope to God that they're playing by themselves, or hope to God that the second you down them, they don't have a soul revive, it's a team swipe, right? and that's rare if ever. So you just better hope they're AFK, playing by themselves, whatever, right? This is best to do in Plunder. Or multiplayer if you have it. Now most people think one shot, one kill, sniper, right? Yeah, well, no. I tried all the Modern Warfare sniper. I keep saying that. MW4. There we go. Fixed it. Sniper rifles. It does not work at all. So it's just it doesn't matter. So you can snipe them, headshot them, quick scope them. Doesn't matter. Stopping power rounds, no stopping power rounds. Whatever you do, it doesn't matter. You cannot get this challenge done. I don't even know how I got 2 out of 3. Honestly. I went back, got 10 kills in a row with each individual sniper, with and without stopping power rounds, and it's just fucked. So maybe it was working for a little bit when it first came out. Now it's glitched, and you cannot do it. It's impossible. It's a fucking glitch challenge. Really fucking sucks that they went out of the way to do this. I tried it with shotguns. Also doesn't work. I tried it with the Odin, because I would actually do that with the Odin. I would actually get someone down, break them, wait until they're like trying to snipe or something and they have no more shields or something, and they're standing still, right? Sneak up behind them. I take my stopping power round, max damage Odin, right? Turn it to single fire, and I headshot them. They die, and that actually counted as one-shot kills, because that seems to be like the only weapon that works. Now, you obviously cannot do it with a burst weapon, because that's not one shot, right? Full auto, I don't know if it counts. I don't know, so don't quote me. I don't think it does, because it's trying to say, well, it's a full auto weapon. Doesn't matter if you shot one bullet. You know, if you just tapped it, who knows? If you find out for yourselves, please let me know in the comment section below. This and this is a really easy fix. You just use the class that I'm currently using. Real easy. Make sure to equip the furthest one down that says aim down sight time, right? That way you're getting the fastest aim down sight time. It counts. And for all Cold War weapons, the further one down is the best. Normally. Not always, but normally. I'd say, except optics, because they switched up for some stupid ass reason. They're gonna do it all the way down. They should just have the highest range one all the way down. Like, you know, for all the other ones, it doesn't make any sense. They have all the other ones differentiated, but they're like, oh no, this weapon, this sniper is rarer or better for the sniper. So we're only gonna put what we personally think is the harder to get, or the one that's most rare, the one that everyone likes, or the one that adds the best range, which range in this game is damage. You know, whatever. It doesn't make sense. That's another thing. I hope there's a YouTuber out there, I think there has been, but no one's confirmed it, that if you wear a scope, like for example on a shotgun, you don't have to scope in, because it adds range. But I'm thinking, well, they also add FMJ, and it says it doesn't do any extra damage, which has been proven it doesn't by other YouTubers that have actually shown there's the same amount of damage, yet increases the damage indicator. No one's done a, you know, a test on the Cavalry, the Lancer, to see if this actually does increase damage to anything other than vehicle, right? They also, I think this update or the last update or two, they've made all the ones that said damage, and they've reduced the damage. Or they've taken away the damage, and it doesn't make any sense. So anything that says effective damage range, it actually is just an increase in the range, which makes no sense. Now, not for this, apparently, but let's get rid of this for a second. Okay. Huh. Okay. Now, the sound suppressor. So originally, the very originally, this is what it had. It had minus effective damage, I'm pretty sure. You know, and in Modern Warfare 4, it had better effective damage range if you had a suppressor, either one, this one or that one. Then they changed it back to, oh, okay, no, if you have the suppressor, it does have effective damage range. And now we're back to, no, it does have effective damage range. Well, that kind of doesn't make any sense that they've gone from yes, no, yes. Or, I guess, technically, no, yes, no. So now they've taken away the effective damage range. Just like Bro, why do you keep doing this? Why do you keep changing the cons? Changing the rate, the damage. It's fucking stupid, you know? So, I mean, no one wants to use it anyway, but for those who do, you're taking away the incentive to want to use it. It doesn't make any sense, you know? I mean, this one has sprint to fire speed. This one doesn't. And also has aim down sight speed. There's this one, you're exchanging that for effective damage range, vertical recoil control. But the cons in this one are aim down sight speed, aim locking steadiness, and aiming stability. It's like, well, you know, those are all kind of shit. Like, all the ones with aiming, like, I don't really care. Unless you are just using an LMG, you're constantly aiming, and you're not hip firing. You know, it doesn't make any sense. The only one you want that to be for is an LMG or a sniper. Anything where you're doing really long range, right? Otherwise. Anyway, it's just not for this one, I guess, but for other ones. Wonder if this... Now they're they're doing it with this too. Wonder if they just did it for all of them. This is pretty cool because you can, you know, there's a lot of first mate ones that are also gold, so you're just changing out the type of gold you're switching out. Kind of cool. So yeah, it looks like they might have done all of them. But before, at least, as far as I'm aware, and I'm certain. There were certain ones that would increase his damage, and ones that wouldn't increase the damage range, and so I don't know what they're doing. It's just so up in the air. You can't trust the stats. If they say it's range increase and all that, it's bullshit. You know, they've actually done tests where if it says it's stronger than it was, it's actually weaker than it was. Again, you can't, it just keeps, it's literally just random. You have to get a feel for it. You have to do tests where a person's just standing still playing against a bot or whatever. There's no other way to find it, to figure it out, unfortunately. Play a private match. You can't figure it out. You have to, literally, for every gun, ever, if you want to know about the stats on all of these weapons are incorrect. They're wrong. 100%. Do a test. Find out for yourself. So that kind of just sucks, you know? Really fucking sucks. They would do something like that, but it's whatever. Nothing can really be done about that. Anyway, so that's that. So it's a burst fire weapon and it's an SMG with that, so easy to get those done. So this is glitched, and Big Shot's also glitched. I have tried it with every gun on every class on MW4, Cold War, and Vanguard guns. You cannot complete it at all. Doesn't matter. I've tried it on the special modes, everything. So when they say rapidly get to, they mean double kill. Get a double kill, with stopping power rounds. Well, I've gotten a shit ton, an ungodly amount of double kills with stopping power rounds. I even like, you know, to try to be efficient like I normally do, you know, nothing's changed. I would literally make my class just to get that challenge specifically done, right? Tuned up. Oh, okay, that makes me get stopping power rounds quicker. Get more kills to increase the field meter. Right, you know. This so I can actually use stun grenades to get away and then turn around and kill him in the head, you know, in the back or whatever. It didn't matter. This when I'm playing Plunder, so I don't get shot by those helicopters that have been buffed. So, well, actually, sometimes what I'll do is I'll literally use this until the helicopters come, or just play in like areas that don't have any helicopters, and only use this as a last resort towards the end, because now they switched it back to where you can edit your classes mid-game. So it's just, it's obnoxious. It really is. Also, here's another huge thing. Not all of the semi-automatic weapons, but some of the semi-automatic weapons, including this one. Now, I don't have any attachments on it, but I'm guessing that's because it's not full auto. But this, I noticed this counts. I was just using it, you know, to get those reptile camos unlocked, and that counts towards the burster bubble. It's not a burst weapon. But thinking, well, as long as it's not full auto and it's a single fire quote unquote burst, then they're like, okay, basically anything that's not fully automatic counts as a burst. I don't know, but that's weird because other semi-automatic weapons have not worked for that. So again, it's just, you know, picking and choosing. It will on Tuesday, it won't on Wednesday. It's just so fucking stupid, right? Okay. Fire in the hole. I think I was doing Molotovs when I got 5 of those. And it was, you know, 5 out of 5. And since then, it's just been stuck on 5 out of 15. I've done everything. Stickies, Molotovs. I've done them. And you know what? I normally don't want to be a cheapo person that does this. But I've done it with live players. And I'm like, you know what? I'm second guessing myself. Let me just go to the end zone. Do it to AFK players. I did it everything. So many kills, single kills, multi kills, doesn't matter. And I did it with every imaginable thing. I turned it, make sure that I'm facing to the back, so they're all facing to the end zone, right? They're all AFK, like 8 of them, right? I'm doing one at a time, or multiple at a time. Sticky grenades, you know, I'm using throwing knives, whatever, right? And whether they instantly die, they get down because they're in a group and they're just AFK, whatever the case may be. Nothing, and I mean nothing, worked. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm thinking, because, and I'm trying to think, I'm literally trying to get in the mechanic's mind, try to think how the psychotic thing that literally is a troll within itself works. When it's sometimes like, it's like, okay, I've been a troll, I'll give you a break. I'm still gonna be a troll, but I'm gonna be like 0.0002% less of a troll. So I'll try to make sense of something that's insane enough already. I'm like, okay, fine. And I'm like, alright, so what I'm gonna do is, because you know how Sixth Sense, if you're getting looked at, that gives you an indicator. Whether they have Sixth Sense or not doesn't matter, right? I'm thinking that's what the game does, because just because you're not getting an indicator doesn't mean the game doesn't recognize that as just the way the game mechanics work. So I'm thinking, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. With each of them, the throwing knife, I kind of had to like chuck it up in the air and have it land on them. What I would do is chuck it up in the air, hide behind a rock, so I'm not looking at them technically, and then get killed while I'm not looking at them, and I let it just land, right? Now that didn't do shit either. I'm like, well, okay, let me just camp in a corner or camp somewhere where I know there's a lot of activity. Put claymores, C4. Mines in that area. Nope. Let me, booby trap vehicles, especially helicopters. Nope. None of that works. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? I'm like, all right, you know what I'm thinking? They're thinking like something like sticking, like, oh, they're freaking out, I'm stuck, what's happened? Let me go kill the guy. Let me just try to run into him before I explode or get thermited to the bend, Maybe that's what they're trying to say. you know, kill someone who's trying to kill you or whatever. Maybe that's what their thought process was, but they didn't add that in the inclusion of the description. I'm like, okay, let me stick somebody who's actively playing and stick somebody who's not actively playing with thermite and sticky. What happens? And a Molotov. Nothing. Nothing happens. So I'm just stuck at 5 out of 15. So this is glitched, this is glitched, and this is glitched. So even if you complete all the rest of them, which is just these two, which is I can get them at the same time essentially. Mostly, well, I'll probably finish this before I get this, but oh, and this one's semi-glitched too. So every game I've gotten at least 20 kills, and it gives me, for each game I get 1 kill. It's one of those glitch. I think I talked about this glitch before. For every game, it only counts 1 of the kills. So as long as you're using anything within this description, the pistol, that's a semi-automatic weapon, the burst fire round, you know, submachine gun, doesn't matter. It gives it to you. Oh wait, no, the pistol's for this one, not this one. And so that's really dumb. I'm only getting 1 at a time for this one. This one, surprisingly, I'm getting all of them for. I guess because there's a higher amount to get to. But this one, nope. It's for every 20 kills, 30 kills, sometimes 40 kills, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, just a bunch of plus ones. And it has to only for each game. So that's like half glitched. So it works, but not the way it's supposed to. Oh, you got 10 kills? Well, normally we would add that 10 kills to your progression because you met the requirements. We're gonna take away everything except 1. We'll give you 1 per each game that you do it. I'm like, okay, well, why don't I just get a kill, leave a game? And I'm like, well, normally that's worked in the past when I've done this. It's had this type of glitch. Now it only works half of the game. They're like, we're fucking with you, but we realize you're onto us fucking with you, and you found a way to cheat the system of us fucking with you and us trolling you. We don't like that. We like pissing you off. We're Activision. We're not happy until you're unhappy. So since you figured out a way to fuck out, you know, get out of the troll and troll us, kind of, we're gonna make it to where we can double troll you, right? So if you try to outthink the system and compensate for it, well, no. Now you can't just kill a guy, meet the requirements so that you get your +1 and leave, so you don't have to waste an entire game of none of those other ones counting. Now it works like not even half the time. It's like, I want to say, for every, it could be, honestly, it could be 3 games in, I get it. I want to say 9 or 10 games later, sometimes, it just does what it wants. So, it's a really fucked up thing. At least these, I can say they're fucked up, and I know there's nothing I could do. But this, it's like, well, fuck. Now I know they're saying a big old fuck you to me like they did for the recent players list. They totally, you know, the one time they could copy and paste things with, like, the medals and the microtransactions for Modern Warfare Remastered. You know, like, no, let's just fuck up a good thing. They could have added the glitches that we all know and love that they never fixed in the original Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Nope. They could have just copied the recent players list they have from day one from all their older Call of Duties. Like, no, you know what? Let's actually do work to undo our work. You know, we just normally copy and paste like we would normally do. Let's actually do work to make it a less enjoyable experience. Because we're just too lazy to make do work to make it a more enjoyable experience, a more depth, greater game. Let's do work. Let's literally make do quote unquote on our fat asses, molesting rapist asses. Get off for a second. Sit back down in a different chair to sit on our asses and do hard work. Break our backs, our fat backs. Get this trolling patch out. Just ridiculous. Oh, and this one doesn't work either. So, in total, alright, so I have 7 left to do, right? But in total of the ones that completely don't work, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 of those are unobtainable. And then 5, 6. So I can only do these 2. This one. This one. No, yeah, no, it's this one. This one being a pain in the ass because it's half glitched. But kind of more glitched because they made it purposely out of their way to fuck with it. The other ones, you know, with there being laziness, I don't know if it was intentional, just pure laziness, whatever. It's just full on broken. But this one I know that it's intentional. Actually, what's his name? Anyway, I reached out to my buddy who works for Ravensoft, and he contacted his guy at Activision, and they're like, well, yeah, they're giving the big old double middle fingers to the community because they're calling us negligent when we're being negligent. So we're, you know, doing the same thing we did at the beginning by fucking up the recent players, you know, telling us that we did a bad job. Now, we could just not have them complain if we just do our jobs once in our lives, but, you know, we like being the douchebags that we are, rich, never needing for anything, douche assholes. But, you know, hey, it's Activision, so no. So as far as I'm aware, those are all of the current glitches. I don't know if there's any more. I think I mentioned this one. This one. Now it says you know, I talked about how you can't do it by yourself. I think no, I did. I had my friend yesterday and 3 games ago where this random guy was playing with him. I said, scan him. He scanned them. I think I got 3 of them. We went 2 games in a row. So the 3rd game in a row for the last time, which is the 2nd game we played with him. The one before that, which I met him. Yeah, that was 3 kills in the first one for the recon zone. The second one was 7 kills. No, 6. It was 6 kills. And so he scanned 3 of them in the first, 7 of them in the next. 6 of them in the next. And I killed all of them. Doesn't give it to me. So this challenge is glitched. Great. Nice. Superb, you know? So that operator challenge is fucking glitched. More than ways than one. Kinda gay. Makes no sense, but whatever. And, yeah. The bundle locker, instead of the whole bowling pin thing, or the other ranked ones, they're just giving me the season pass. Now, I have never been known to spend COD points on anything. Oh, that's a whole another glitch. Glad I said something. So, normally I would never, but there's 2 best skins if you're trying to play competitively. There's the darkest skin, and there is the grassiest ghillie suit skin. One for when you're in corners of buildings with dark corners and darker areas, and the other one for when you're in, like, green areas, which is most of the map. So, the one I ended up getting, which was a Milson, is this guy. And I, of course, didn't have to spend a penny from all the ones I've saved up, because I never buy anything. Yeah, he's the blackest character, except for that little navy blue, red, yellow, black. But hey, you know, as long as you turn the corner, you're set, right? Other than that is the ghillie suit with the, like, the fullest, grassiest ghillie suit, right? Vines and all, and like this weird devil-looking wooden mask. Almost like an Oni mask. And, yeah, dude, that's awesome. And it doesn't even show the eyes through it. It's just full-on, like... I might even think it's better than this one. Because at least in that one, in most areas, sure, you won't be able to hide in dark corners as much. But who's to say? We've seen bushes in buildings because the game's so fucking glitched. That's more likely... well, I mean, hiding a dark character in bushes, that's good. I don't know, but you just end up, especially in Warzone, It's more likely to end up outside, you know, battle royale, more likely to end up outside than inside. So I'd say the grassy suit guy is even better. Plus he just looks cooler. Like this is just, you know, it's simple, it's black, you know, it's whatever. It's still good. Probably the second best guy in the entire thing. But I still like the ghillie suit better. The other one. But he's bulky as hell. But it kind of works because he looks like a bush. So, really bulky ghillie suit. And what you could do before, you could access any weapon, anywhere. Go to the store. You would go to... Actually, you would go to the store. You go to the store, and it would say, okay, access bundle, access bundle, access bundle. And now it doesn't give you that option. Which is really annoying. Like, okay, I click that one, and it'll just make the noise, the prompt noise. But you can't actually go to any of these. Which is really obnoxious. Why are these all white guns, too? Weird. That one be black. Huh. Yeah, and I'm like, okay, because someone told me, well, you can do it, because if you just go to the bundle with the crossbow, you can get it that way. I'm like, oh, that's great, because the store literally keeps changing and doesn't include all of them, and they want to make the most money ever. They should include all of them, and they should do it in a more, have a better organizational list. Not just stick a bunch of the ones they want us to buy, because it's more expensive, and multiple of the same lists that sometimes don't even match the list that they're putting them in. Featured, yes, all the ones that are new, and whatever, you know, the ones that want you to buy the most. Most popular. I'm seeing that guy a lot, sure. I'm not seeing that guy a lot, no. I'm seeing this guy a lot, yes. I'm not seeing this guy a lot, no. This guy is old as hell, so no. Also used to be, like, actually I didn't even see that guy that often, so no, not that one. Not this one. Kind of? I want to say 50% of the time. Well, now we're into Operator's Identity anyway. This one I don't really see at all. I think I saw it once, and he was on my team. And that's Operator's Identity, Blueprints, sure. That makes sense, sure. What the fuck? Now they offer a free bundle? Of what, though? Huh. There hasn't been a free bundle in whatever, however long. I did, like, a week ago, say something to Raven, so I'm guessing, since I haven't gotten a response, it's one of those silent fixes. But I've literally had to be the squeaky wheel gets grease, and just today did they actually do anything. So it's about a week's time, maybe, really rare, maybe, that they'll actually do something. I'm really surprised. The spoiler, I don't remember this. It's cool. I'm not gonna lie, that looks badass. It looks cool. Okay, I haven't responded to any of the other ones. Okay, franchise store. I don't know why you're only buying these ones. Because sure they look cool, but they're not very good at, you know, camouflaging with them. You can't like hide. Oh, this is new. You can actually view what you're buying. Or I wasn't expecting this. You can actually view what you're buying now. Huh. That was not an option before. Also, everyone knows this. This is very much aware to everyone's attention. See how it's all black? It's all black in Cold War. It's not all black into the actual game. Blue. See? Blue, and they've added brown. Ugh. And like, ooh, you're getting a deal. But the funny thing is you're spending more COD points to the amount of $20 that you would get than you actually would with COD points. It's just a I want you to spend actual fucking, like, oh, we're not, our pockets, we have so much money we don't know what to do with, but that's not enough money. You need to be, it's a big dick competition. We're trying to get richer than the richest fuckers, you know, fucking richer than the Amazon guy. It's like, dude, wow. Toxic. Yeah. Uh, so yeah, it's obnoxious, and I figured out something else. So the only bundles it will allow you to view through like the weapon and the store instead of gunsmith store is the only bundles that will be allowed are the ones that are already in this store. Didn't used to be, but since the update, that's what it's been. Really fucking gay, makes no sense, but it is what it is. So that's all available glitches since the new update, November 1st. Maybe even before, because I've done a couple of patches. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. And I guess I will catch you next time. I hope you guys have a great night. You guys can leave me in something in the comment section you want to hear from me, play with me, suggestion, next video of content, whatever. I read the comments. A lot of YouTubers say they do. I think some of them do. Not all of them like they say they do, but a lot of them. Well, a lot of them. A lot. Let's say there's thousands of comments. No, a good chunk of like the most recent ones is what they do. But I will read every single one you guys give me. I will make it like a task before I make the next video. So yeah, just hope you guys appreciate it. Until next time.